Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so just wanted to double check on if I did webhooks for this. No, I have not. So I did game extension. So what happened was a lot of odd stuff has been happening as of late. To sum it up, it's just been kind of odd with some type of stuff now with the AI and everything, and people are this and that, and an outage, and just been kind of odd. But to sum it up, I was supposed to do webhooks. So what is a webhook? Obviously, it is a okay. So a website, everyone knows what a website is. So a website is basically like YouTube or something like that. But what's a webhook? So what a webhook is that it is like a certain type of like how do I put it? It's kind of like an extension. So like for example, you know how people have like certain things where you click on their type of stuff and they're like, if they click on this type of link, and then it'll direct you to your WhatsApp or your Signal or their Telegram or something along those lines. That is a web hook. So what it is that they're hooking on the web their certain I guess like um, way they want to contact you, or like for example another thing is when something would be embedded. So like webhook, or like an embedment of like, so let's say there's something like an X or something along those lines, and that is a another webhook. So um, that's another way of doing it. So it's kind of like you're taking like something, and then you're kind of like, I guess, again, it's a hook. So if you were to click on that WhatsApp, then you're getting hooked. So now, let's say there's or like or your Signal or your Telegram or like Facebook Messenger, or like whatever it could be. Um, Now you're getting hooked to then, okay, so I really like this service. So let's say it's a service for, okay, obviously since we're on the topic AI, or it's like a marketing service, or it's um how do I say, a review site where like they're like on the like, so like a restaurant or like a hotel would have their thing to go directly to, like, let's say Trivago or TripAdvisor or something along those lines, and then you give them a review. They're hooking that website, so in a way they're putting it there to hook you, so then you can give them a review or something along those lines. And like that's what it would be explanation wise. And that's what, okay, so can we then go for a website? So as you see here, I'll create a webhook for you. I'll create a comprehensive look and the signature. So you would get this. So pretty much this is just something general, but like you can like put it for like reviews. You can put it for like your like an X, or like put your WhatsApp or something along those lines. I've already done it on GenSpark. GenSpark is the better way of doing it, and actually kind of shows you. But once I review it, I will definitely show you it. But like for example, like this, and then you would copy this, and then you would put it onto the code. So like for example, as I said, the hook. So as you can see right here, you would have to have an npm. So pretty much you would have to have Python, and you can generate that on GenSpark. So that's easy to generate, and obviously your node right there, which is your Java, and then right here is, there you go. Configure your URL on your GitHub, Stripe, or etc. So there you go. So Stripe is a payment service or something along those lines, and then they're kind of hooking you to, you get the idea. And then obviously domain.com/webhook, and then see it right here, localhost, the dashboard, and all that type of stuff. So now let's say you don't want to use Java, you don't want to use the whole Python type of scenario. So there is a workaround for that. So here, can you please make sure to get around the npm and install, and then it'll just make it on HTML5. Right here, it would just look like this, pretty much the same code. This is, and then obviously this is v2. So features. So no dependencies required. So pure HTML, CSS, or JavaScript runs directly on any browser, so you can just embed it. Boom, it works. No npm or Node.js and no server setup needed. And then obviously you would have an interactive dashboard with tracking with statistics, visual indicators, modern UI, test webhook simulator, multiple event types like GitHub, and all that type of stuff. It's already built in. You got your JSON. And then obviously event management, you can store 50 of them, auto processing, event challenge functionality, and obviously you would just have to set the code and then copy it, and then opening up your browser, and then that's it. And then you can test webhooks, use built-in form, view events in real time on your dashboard, and then obviously for here, with this demo run in the browser, for real webhook handling, you'd deploy the server on something like Netlify, Vercel, AWS, or any other type of stuff. But again, you can just type in the same thing and say, can you please get around AWS, Vercel, or Netlify, and then it'll do the same thing. And then add proper authentication security. You don't really, again, you can just, same thing like I did here. Can you please as well make sure to add authentication security to it, and then I'll do that too. How do I put it? All these types of things that it's saying, you can just add it if you want. If you don't want to go through the hassle of doing other type of stuff, there is ways of getting around it. Like I just said, like I just showed you a way to get around the npm, which is the Python, and obviously the configuration on like Git and everything. So you can just do that. npm, which is also a pip in a way. So basically that would be Python. And then pretty much connect your database and set up the webhook. Again, there are ways of getting around it. The only thing, as I said, npm install, all that type of stuff, not needed right there. I just didn't care. Can you please make sure to get around? So the only thing you got to do is the same thing. And instead of the npm, you just got to say, can you please find a way to get around stuff like Netlify and like GitHub and Stripe, and after then they'll find a way, and then it'll just make you another one, which will be version 3. So there is nothing to, again, like I love when people say that, oh, AI is not doing it properly. It is. You just got to be specific. Like I have found a way. Like I've done this already. There are ways of getting around it. But again, as I said, this is not the reason why it's bringing up Netlify and everything. As I said, you could probably put it in to get around it. But what you have to do is, I will review GenSpark eventually, but you would just put into GenSpark or something similar, and then it would just do the hosting for you, GenSpark.space, and then there you go. And then you got your webhook, and then that is it. I've already done one on GenSpark for someone else, and like that's what it is. You just copy it, and then that's it. You have the website, you put the hook in, boom, and that's it. Because you got to remember that Claude is a builder and everything, but it doesn't host websites at all. So it's just an artifact system. So pretty much how you would look at it is, if you look at like the animation models on Adobe Animate or something like Cinema 4D or something along those lines, those are the models. So it uses like a model system to make it, which is called the artifact system. Then it builds certain code, builds all that type of stuff. But the only thing that is restricting it is due to the fact that it is not a actual hosting service. It's not built in. It doesn't have like a dot space or anything like that. That is why it's telling you to do the hosting and everything. Yes, you can get around it, but another way is just copying the code and then say, this is built on a webhook, put it on GenSpark on my website, and then that's it. And then, or what you can do is, here's my website. I want this webhook integrated into the website of whatever I need, and after then you would just input what you want, and after then GenSpark will do it for you, because it has an artifact system, and as well it has the similar building system like Claude. So then pretty much to sum it up, it'll do the webhook and the website integrated into one, and then you got your webhook and your website, whatever it might be. So the payment system, whatever it could be. Link to your social media, or Trivago, TripAdvisor, whatever it could be, and then that's what it will do. So thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z signing out.